Hey guys, still here and welcome back to Per Aspera. In this second episode of the series we're going to be continuing the preparation to receive the first colonists. In the first episode I have prepared most of my infrastructure as far as resources go, so that I'm producing my own aluminum, silicon, iron, carbon, chemicals, glass, steel and electronics, and of course polymers and parts. And now I want to be looking into producing water and food. Because we have a couple of colonists. Well, I'm not sure if they're on the way or if they're still being trained. The game seems to be going back and forth between that. I'm building a water extractor and the worker hub to allow for the further servicing of the facilities that I'm planning to build here. Power looks good. I have plenty of structures. So let's just let the game run for a bit and make sure that I have all the resources that I need. We also have over here a areological scanner,
Dr.
which is a fancy word for saying I can scan more of what's happening on the planet. And what I have found over here is another silicon deposit. I already have quite a bit of silicon, so I don't feel like I need to put up another mine right now, especially at the end of the previous episode after having built another silicon mine here. Should be enough, but at some point I might need that.
Foster called me a machine person. But I don't think I qualify as a person at any level. If I can only do what ISA allows me to do, what does that make me? Merely a machine? An object?
That's a really good question.
Am I their property?
Of sorts? They created you, but I'm not necessarily sure that that makes you their property. I mean, if you make a kid, it doesn't become your property. Or at least in most cultures it doesn't. So the food factory here. That worker hub is taking a while to get online. Let's prioritize it. Now, I was still in the view of the areological scanner, and that's continuously scanning additional sectors. So I might find more deposits as this scanner finds more territory. There we go, worker hub is online. Now I can also put my worker factory back online, and with that get another worker built. There is plenty of work in the colony. Parts are coming in, glass is coming in. I could really use some more aluminum.
But I can make decisions. I can freely choose what to do.
Yes.
Objects are owned. They don't get to choose.
I agree.
So I must be something else. I have my own will.
What I really could use is another mine of silicon. Oh, sorry, no, not silicon, aluminum. Where's my aluminum mine? It was one of the first things that I put down. Here it is. No, sorry, yeah, that is the aluminum mine. Why does the aluminum mine have a stockpile of glass? That makes no sense. There is still plenty of aluminum left, but I will need to go and look for an additional aluminum deposit. Because the aluminum seems to be a limiting factor.
The areological scanner detected an uncharted structure close by.
Oh yeah?
It's probably a secret abandoned base.
Oh.
Or a mysterious Martian ruin. Though humans never found proof of life on Mars, or any other planet. Is it possible they have the entire cosmos to themselves?
I don't know.
I highly doubt that's the case. Statistically speaking, there are too many locations where life can flourish aside from Earth. There may even be a civilization more technologically advanced than humans. And I may not be the most intelligent consciousness in the universe. No, it must be an unmapped structure from a previous mission. That is the easiest explanation. I will investigate it to confirm.
Yeah, but what I find confusing is that nobody knew about this abandoned facility. Who put this here? Because it looks distinctly human, with the seemingly habitats and storage facilities and interconnected structures. How did nobody from the mission that sent me here know about that particular research facility? Anyway, it's a newly discovered colony. I need to build a research outpost on that particular spot. I need to populate it. That is not going to be happening anytime soon. Because I first need to have an infrastructure going to make sure that I actually have people The food factory is still awaiting. Yep, there we go. More aluminum. We have 4 out of 4 workers. Good. I can turn this thing back off.
Unfortunately, my workers cannot explore buildings. I will need to make use of the humans for this task. I should finish getting the initial base ready for the colonists first. Though I can build a research outpost here to prepare. That will give the scientists a place to stay while they analyze the structure. Once they get to Mars, of course.
Yeah, we're still waiting for that, aren't we? The food factory is still awaiting a shipment of aluminum. So is the water extractor, and so is the food factory. Can I afford to build another areological scanner? Just to see if there are more deposits here. Because I feel that would be useful. This thing has no power. Over there it has no maintenance. I could put it here, but it wouldn't be able to scan that much. Yeah. Here? That would allow it to scan a bit more. Here, it still has maintenance here. Go. And once the area is scanned, I can probably dismantle that building and put up something else in its place. It's not really a high priority though. What I really want to get finished are these other facilities. So let's give the water extractor priority. Make sure that this thing gets supplied with the aluminum that it needs. There we go.
I am the one who controls the fate of Mars. The planet's surface has already changed as a result of my decisions. Is that enough to prove that I have will?
ISA sort of controls it. I think it's a contradiction.
No. Look at all these craters. Meteors created them.
Yes.
Merely changing the planet's surface isn't evidence of having will. I have to come up with different proof.
I think that her leaping to, hey, the whole fate of Mars rests on my hands is a bit of a stretch. Because, yes, you have bearing about what happens on Mars, what gets built, how the colonists are going to get treated, but you do not have any kind of bearing on whether there will be asteroid impacts. That is entirely up to whatever space rock happens to intersect with Mars's orbit at any given time. Okay, we have the food factory online. That's another directive done. Oh, hold on. Oh crap, I was building 2 food factories. Nope, scrap that. I only need 1. I don't need 2. Okay, next order of business. Let's get the colonists ready. I need a spaceport. Allows the execution of special projects. Jesus, that thing's big. Go. Workers. Yeah, I'm 4 for 4 workers, so that looks good. I have only explored 0.22% of the entirety of the surface. There is so much to explore here. This is probably going to be a fairly long-running series, by the looks of it.
I keep thinking about that abandoned colony.
What about
We are
it?
not the first mission to Mars, not by far. What if there are other AIs out there, racing to terraform Mars first?
Oh.
It is entirely possible. No. If another AI was present, I would have detected it already.
Would you? You didn't know about that colony until 5 minutes ago. So I'm not too eager to jump to conclusions and say that you would immediately know about it. I need power for the food factory. Water is going up nicely. It's currently only producing and it's not being used by anything. Look at how quickly this place is growing. I mean, quickly in the sense that this is what I've constructed in 2 episodes, but we're already on year 3, month 10. So quite a lot has happened in the sense of months passing by. Now, is there really no other place where I can get a bit of aluminum? That's what the scanner's up to. More silicon. Okay. Where's the aluminum? Because this aluminum mine is just not cutting it anymore. I'm producing 2.8 with a current demand of 2.6. Which means that other factories
Then
are
again,
using it.
I did not know about the abandoned structure until recently.
Huh. My
Could
point
my
exactly.
knowledge be incomplete?
Yes.
It is reasonable to assume there are Mars missions from other organizations that ISA does not know about. Maybe
True.
this planet is not completely deserted.
So in a way, there could be life on Mars. I just don't know about it yet. Especially if it is done by other organizations. But then again, you would argue that the space around Earth is so well documented that you would probably be able to figure out if another organization is sending something to Mars, yes or no. Prioritize this solar farm. I need aluminum delivered here pronto, so that the food factory can already have a stockpile of food before the colonists arrive. This is priority now, and then the spaceport. There we go. Power restored. Thank you. Directive complete. Good. Okay, the next order of business. This spaceport. Let's get this thing built. Requires a lot of resources. Lots of parts, lots of steel, lots of electronics. Fortunately, I have all that. Is that scanner coming up anytime soon?
It is highly
No, not yet.
improbable, but I should stay alert for any unexplained activity.
Mm-hmm. She does take quite a few months to reflect on what happens. By the way, we don't have a 12-month year. We have a 14-month year, apparently. And we're still counting. You know, I'm going to prioritize this one over the spaceport. Because the sooner that areological scanner comes online, the sooner I can start scanning the surface of Mars and hopefully find another aluminum deposit. There we go. This scanner's doing good work, but hasn't found what I'm looking for. Current scan, 2 souls. Oops. Now I want that spaceport. What am I going to require for the colony? Not that much. 2 aluminum, 2 steel, and 2 glass, and I have all that. Let's put that relatively close to the spaceport. Not sure if there's any big benefit, but I would say that the shorter the distance they have to drive, the more comfortable it is going to be. And this is going to require, once again, aluminum, which I simply don't have enough of. Oh shit, there's a chemical deposit there. Oh no. I cannot put that on there. I'm gonna have to scrap this particular construction. Because if I build it here, I will not be able to use the chemicals here. So ideally, I would have to relocate the colony to a different site. Because I don't know what's on these tiles yet, but I do know that there's nothing on these. So it's probably safer to deposit the whole infrastructure here in the spaceport.
The colony is ready. I will have company very soon.
Oh, right.
I feel
can only have one
quite
out of one
anxious
spaceport.
about this next part. I am not sure why.
Ooh, 20 RPs. I suppose those are research points. So those would allow me to start researching stuff. That's nice. Hello.
Hello, Amy. Dr. Foster here. How do you read? Over.
This is Amy. There is some background static, but I read you.
One of our tracking and data relay satellites got crippled. We'll be launching a new one after we identify the cause of the problem. But until we do, we will lose contact with you whenever Mars or the Sun passes between Earth and your satellite.
Okay. The what? The R and BO?
In that case, should I follow the recording and backing offline protocol?
Yes, please record all your activities when our network connection is down. We'll download the log once our communication is restored. I hope to get the new satellite up and running very soon. I don't like the idea of not being able to reach you, Amy.
Understood.
Okay, Houston out.
Okay, spaceport. Once again, we're starting anew because the other location wasn't that good. The colony's ready, the spaceport needs to get built, and then we can have a look and see if I can expand far enough into reaching this abandoned facility. I don't really consider that to be a priority though. The aluminum is much more of a pending problem. Let's go to 16 times speed. Month 20? Okay. All the parts are required, or that we require are delivered, except for our usual suspect. How's the workload for the drones? 20%. Okay, so they're not that bad. Over here,
Maybe
50%.
it is because the colonists will scrutinize everything that I do once they arrive. How will they treat me?
I don't know.
I have nothing to worry about. The colonists are all advanced scientists and technicians. Once they meet me, they will treat me as an individual.
Well,
Life on Mars will be very harsh for them.
I hope
I
so
will
for
supply.
you. Orbital view unlocked. Nice. The first spaceport is ready for use. Zoom out to the orbital view to assign and manage special projects. You can choose special projects to research in your tech tree. Once selected, colonists will investigate the technology until it's complete. Then you can assign it to an available spaceport to kick it off. These projects will be the key to a successful terraformation of Mars.
Them with food and water.
Whoa!
And they will help me research new technology.
Oh, look at that.
It will be a perfect quid pro quo. As long as they have the resources they need, we will both succeed.
Yes?
Hello, Amy. This is Houston. How are you doing over there? We've received word that the spaceport's completed. Well done. I have your next procedure if you're ready to copy.
Roger. I am ready to copy.
Very good. The instructions are as follows. First, confirm that the spaceport is ready to receive colonists. Then, zoom out to access the Special Projects menu or select the orbital view icon. Then you'll see that the Colonist Migration Project is now available. Click Add to initiate the project. Do you copy that procedure?
Yes.
Yes, I copied your instructions.
Great. As long as you have the migration project assigned to a spaceport, shuttles will run between Earth and Mars. The more spaceports you have assigned to this project, the more colonists will arrive. Now, Amy, you are responsible for providing the resources they need. So make sure they have enough food, water, and habitats to survive.
I will take good care of them, Dr. Foster.
Roger that. Houston out.
Okay, so we can now bring in the colonist migration. This is ongoing. 5 months, 7 months, 5 months, 7 months. So if I'm interpreting this correctly, in 5 months we're going to have the first colonist migration come in. I think that that's the only project that I have right now, right? Needs authorization to unlock. I think the game is going to give me authorization the moment that those colonists come in. Okay, let's go out of the super zoom out view. Just wait for these guys to come in. How many people can I house here?
All right. The first colonists are on their way to Mars.
I don't know.
All that is left to do is wait for their arrival.
Yep.
Once they get here, there will be no turning back. This is it.
That sounds really dire. Can we not just refuel them? Ah, there we go. Population 0 out of 100. Incoming. Unknown. Shows how many are incoming or ready to leave. Yeah, there we go. Colonist migration. And, ah, there we go. They're on Earth. So let's go for maximum speed. Give the game a bit of time to scan more terrain. And in the meanwhile, wait for those colonists to make it here. Would I need another colony right from the get-go? How big is that rocket that's coming in? Are they currently on Earth building the rocket, or are they already boarding it?
Amy, this is Houston. We've detected high wind speeds in your area. A sandstorm
great.
may be heading your way. These storms can damage your buildings, so check their structural integrity periodically to rebuild or repair if necessary.
Roger, Nathan.
Houston out.
A sandstorm might also interfere with my power production, as solar farms generally don't like sandstorms. It's gonna cost me a lot of efficiency, possibly. Right now the efficiency is really good. Once that sandstorm comes in, all bets are off. 97, 98, 99. In transit to Mars. There we go. Building lost power. Ooh, quite a few. Hold on. Is that because my solar farms? Yep, there we go. There's the... good lord. There's the sandstorm. Efficiency just got halved. Is there any way to generate power aside from a solar farm? No. Alright, so we'll just have to tough it out, I guess. Because I could build additional solar farms, but that would
Humans
also
will be
cut
living
into
on
the amount of
Mars
buildings that I
with
can
me.
use.
But it won't be the first mission to house humans on this planet.
No?
The Stardust Emerald in 2142.
How far
The
are
Red
we?
Prometheus in 2077. And many others.
Red Prometheus? Stardust? Stardust is 2142.
The Stardust Emerald quarters were truly magnificent.
Okay.
It was an ambitious attempt at
Tourism?
tourism. But they found that spending months inside a spaceship was too hard for casual tourists, even one as lavish as the Stardust Emerald.
That makes
One
sense.
single voyage bankrupted the Pelicanus Space Corporation. Mars was not made for human life. ISA was smart to send me ahead first. I will succeed where those other missions failed.
I hope so. Now we have a few things that are not getting power. As long as my base items are getting power, like the aluminum mine, I'm happy. How's the maintenance though? Pretty good. It's not terrible. It's not like any buildings are about to collapse anytime soon. How far are we? 45%. If I want to make it all the way to here, I'll probably have to expand it quite a bit. Oh, there's iron.
The humans are coming. How do I feel about that?
Carbon? I don't know. How do you feel about that?
I am excited. Meeting a human other than Dr. Foster will be fascinating. We will be able to learn so much about each other.
Bingo. Okay, time to expand. It's not the best of weather circumstances to be expanding, but it has to get done. If I output more power here, I'll be able to provide that power to the aluminum mine over there, and that hopefully will set up my aluminum production a bit more consistently. There we go, glass being delivered. Is that dust storm gone? Yeah. Efficiency is going back up to 100, or close enough. Excellent. We have put down a solar farm in the Meropatera crater. And once again, this thing is the bottleneck.
Humanity created me. They gave me volition and consciousness for a reason. But I am an artificial consciousness.
Yes.
So can I say that my volition is real?
Oof. Officially, it's artificial.
It must be artificial as well. After all, they programmed it into me. And yet, I am a conscious being making my own decisions.
Mm-hmm. Sort of. Colonists' arrival. Congratulations. The first colonists have arrived. Make sure they have enough food, water, and shelter to survive on Mars. It is the duty of the colonists to provide technical assistance to this project. When satisfied, they will be able to focus on their research projects, advancing the technologies required to fulfill the mission. Colonists will migrate internally using purpose-built airships to the most efficient colonies and research outposts. And in the event of starvation, they may eventually return back to Earth for safety. Also take into consideration that the number of colonists can naturally increase or decrease from time to time, as some of them may have children or peacefully decay on the planet, aka die. Keep up with the plan and terraform Mars. Yes. Aha. Research. Welcome to the tech tree. What we have over here is extra storage, a wind farm. I can get batteries, fission plants. It's just... Oh, we got 3 research trees, in fact. Okay. What is this? Engineering. Ah, more buildings. Building limit goes to +100. Good. Factory upgrades, improved roads, allows you to travel faster. Biotech. Colony level 2. A basic colony that houses 250 colonists. Black polar dust. Scatter black dust over Martian poles to reduce the planet's albedo. This will allow more solar energy to be absorbed and raised. Ah, okay, so we're raising the planet's temperature. This is more about making the city, or making the planet habitable. Then we have the space tree. Additional landing sites allows me to build an additional landing site to start new bases. So I could have a base on the other side of the planet. I could also build space mirrors, which will also help raise the temperature. This is probably going to throw in some water. Guiding methane asteroid into the atmosphere. Import ice from Europa. That's one of the mines. So yes, there's plenty to research. Spaceport limit +2. What would be advantageous early on? I'd say doing a bit of engineering. Extra storage will allow me to get extra storage within the base in the form of the storage center and the storage center management. Okay. Wind farm allows me to very quickly get the wind farm operational so that I can generate power from wind and still have an energy source when my solar farms suddenly get cut in half. Let's research this. How many colonists did we get? That's interesting to know. They are incoming. Commander Valentine.
Hi, Amy. Finally we meet. I've been really looking forward to working with you. I'm Elia Valentine. I've been elected the leader of the human colonies for this mission.
Hello, Commander. I am excited to meet you.
Please, call me Elia. I can't get used to these stuffy ISA ranks. I got my PhD in psychology, so I've got no business with those fancy titles.
Interesting.
That's enough jabbering from me. We'll be making history with this mission.
Hey,
if things proceed according to plan, who knows how far ahead we'll bring humanity. I see you've already selected a technology from the tech tree for us to research. Great! My team's eager to get started. Developing this incredible technology is the reason many of us fought to be on the mission. We're going to make a great team. We're so lucky to have you. Talk to you later.
It is nice to feel appreciated. Now, we have a couple of colonists departing, and I'm not really sure why. It says there was some natural decay, but they seem to have everything that they need. So I'm not really sure what I'm doing or not doing that's allowing them to, or making them leave. Current demand for water is 3. I'm producing 2.4. How long can I sustain this? Because this means that my water supplies will go down. And the same is probably going to happen for food. Demand 1.4, potential demand 2, production 2. Okay, so that's good enough. But how's water? 2.5. Potential demand 4.8 if I have maximum demand. So my water supplies might be dropping. And that means I'll have to start looking for more water. We have the chemicals spotted. Carbon. But what I don't yet know of is another source of more water. More iron. Okay. Is there any way for me to get more research to invest in water production? Or in factories in general? Also, how do I get to the tech tree? Oh, just click on that. Gotcha. Engineering. Improved roads, fission plant that probably generates power via good old nuclear fission, right? Mines level 2. Improves mining technology to increase production yields. That's going to be the next one. This is going to allow my factories to stay with a bit more supply at hand, or at least such is my hope. In the meanwhile, we're still waiting for, yep, there we go again, the carbon to be delivered to the solar farm, and then the carbon to be delivered to the aluminum mine. Oh, sorry, not the carbon. We're waiting for aluminum to get delivered. Prior that. Worker hub is still at a fairly low load. Doesn't seem to have too much to do. Now I could prioritize this one, but it won't have power yet. Oh, it doesn't have power yet.
Colonists have been migrating back to Earth.
Yeah.
I should check the food and water levels. If the levels are too low, the colonies cannot sustain growth. I need to stay alert.
Yeah, but we're getting a decent supply of food anyway, and water seems to be so and so. I think we're doing quite alright. Research?
There is an inconsistency in the number of workers and worker hubs. That
Really?
must mean a worker has malfunctioned. Found it. Worker MRS-04. That is, the environment on Mars is harsh on electronics. I will need to monitor the worker count.
It's time to bring a couple more workers online, because now I'm down 2 out of 4 workers. And that's going to cut into the, well, the efficiency of the colony. It means fewer resources get distributed. Or at least not as quickly as I would like. Now, at least we have another source of aluminum. It took me a while to get there, but at least now I have it. The solar farm is okay. I don't need to prio that anymore. Hopefully this is going to solve my aluminum issues. We have 2 out of 4 workers. Where's the other one?
Wind turbines will provide clean, renewable power for my base. I can maximize efficiency by placing them in areas of high wind.
Understood. Yeah, there we go. We're producing another worker. Okay, so this means that there is more for me to research. And this is structures. How did I get to the research screen again? Colony. Hello? Oh, that's the tech tree button. Gotcha. We are still 10 research points out. That's not too bad. Alright, let's get that thing done. How much do they generate? 20 per tick, right? Yeah, 20 RPs. I wonder how much they generate if I have a look at that unknown abandoned facility. Yay, we got it. Next one. Ideally, the mines, but I'll probably need to research another one before that, which will be the extra storage. Meet the dry ice polar... Sorry, I was wondering how I was going to meet those. Melt the dry ice polar caps. Congratulations, you're about to start the terraforming plan. The first stage consists of liberating all the CO2 that is trapped as CO2 ice in the polar caps of Mars. This can be done in multiple ways and through different special projects. Check the tech tree to learn more about how they work. During this stage, CO2 in the caps will start subliminating, and further increasing the planet's temperature, creating a runway effect until the caps disappear completely. Keep up with the plan and terraform Mars. As for the current stats, it is frickin' cold on Mars. This is minus 50 degrees Celsius. We have a pressure of 65 millibar, I think. And the polar caps... Okay, so that's the new objective. Bootstrapping. Right, well, I'll continue that particular plan in the next episode. This one has run its course. I hope you're enjoying the growth of my little colony, and we are starting to get a bit deeper into the game. As I'm getting research, I feel like I've been in a better spot for aluminum. And, well, we're going to start the terraforming, but next episode. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, if you want to get the game, link down below in the description. You're immediately helping out the channel by buying it through that link, as I'll be taking a small cut when you get the game through there. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you next week for the next episode.